Hey kids, little change of pace today. We are in a BMW dealership right now where I'm dropping off my car to have a recall part installed. And I thought as long as we're here, let's kind of kick around and take a quick look before we get into our loaner Mini Cooper and head back through Tokyo. So this, what we're looking at, is the XM, which is a plug-in hybrid. And this is the X3M model. And what a vehicle. It's enormous. Just take a look at how long this thing is. It's kind of hard to tell from your perspective, but it is a massive SUV. The wheels are 23-inch. Enormous wheels. It's kind of hard to tell. Let me see if I can give you a better perspective on this, not the wide-angle view. It's a huge vehicle. And I just can't imagine anybody driving this in Tokyo. Even the guy I was talking with here at the dealer, he was just kind of, yeah, I know what you mean. It is a huge car. You really got to have a large parking space. And the troubles that I go through parking my 1 Series BMW here in Tokyo, when I think about this and finding a parking space for it, it's just like, holy moly, a whole new headache. But man, what luxury. Let's take a look inside. It is a beautiful vehicle. All leather. Look at this, look at the ceiling up here. You can adjust the lighting for your own little light show. Break out your doobie. Of course, in a state where it's legal. And let the party begin. So this is the XM series. As I mentioned, it's a plug-in hybrid. I'll close the door here. It's a plug-in hybrid, and it's a twin-turbo V8. And when it comes to turbos, I've always been bi. 760 horse, I think. It's 0 to 60 in, I think it's 3.6 seconds. So it really moves for a vehicle the size of a blue whale. 3.6 seconds, 0 to 60. That's fast. Look at this. There's a crab across the street. We got crabs today. There it is. So welcome aboard. We are inside the 2024 BMW XM 3M series. Let's switch around here. We'll go outside and take a look. Dash is all electric, all TFT. This will set you back about 160 grand base price. This color is something else. This is called the Toronto Red. But look at that thing. My guy here was telling me that the other day they sold one of these in this color. Like a fluorescent green. That's ballsy. But it is quite a vehicle. Unfortunately, they wouldn't loan me this one today. We got a Mini Cooper. So we're gonna head out there and get on the mean streets of Tokyo. Oops, excuse me. One last look at the inside here of the XM. And let's get this show on the road. Grab my backpack and boogie. There's a couple more Beamers over here. This is the X6. That's a nice looking vehicle too. Smaller SUV. It's kind of a, wow, it's a really beautiful color. It's almost like a really, really deep blue, black metallic. You can kind of see that. That's gorgeous. One thing that bugs me, and I'm just really picky, for those of you who know me, how particular I am, but all of these cars, the rear windows are always tinted. And not just BMW, all vehicles that you see driving around. So the passenger, driver's side are clear, normal, but then they always tint the rear windows. And it looks, for me, just to my eye, it's completely out of balance and it bugs me. Anybody else on board with me there? I know there's a reason. Keep the car cool and chauffeur your valuable passengers around in privacy, but it just looks off. The balance. And I'm into balance. If you're gonna tint them, tint all of them. Or tint none of them at all. All right? And that's my soapbox for today. Let's go get in our Mini Cooper. Grab my backpack, and we'll be on our way. There's the 5 Series. Come on. All right, let's make our way out here. And here we are, guys. We will be driving in the Mini Cooper. This is a 2023 4-door. See, this one doesn't have the tinted rear window. So it's an option, but everybody seems to be opting for having that secondary window tinted. And I'm not having any of it. Oh, there's Kuroda-san. Thank you. Yoroshiku. That's Kuroda-san. He's my guy, BMW guy. He's also a biker. All right, this is my first time driving a Mini Cooper. Pretty straightforward. It has a steering wheel. It's got brakes. And a sound system. All right. Did this thing just start when I got inside? What the heck? Oh no, it was the car next to me. Boy, don't let this guy behind the wheel. Hang on. Is that, are you guys upside down now? Hang on. Let's flip this around here like this. I promise you, I'm gonna get you home safely. And I'm just trying to get us in the clamp here. Everybody's cool with it? Cool with it? Yeah, the new model Mini Cooper is way bigger than the original Mini Coopers. But huge hit. There's loads of them here in Japan. BMW, of course, owns, I believe, Mini Cooper. All right. And we'll be on our way, kids. Yoroshiku. Arigato. Oh, nice sound. That's good. All right, guys. Oh, side brakes, そうですね. Okay, thank you. あと、ごめんなさい、ナビがある？
ナビはカープレイ。アップルカープレイ。
Okay. Apple. Okay, okay. It's okay. 大丈夫ですよ. Oh, CarPlay. Okay, okay. なるほどね。そしたら I'll be right with you guys. Just setting up the Navi here. So
まず Bluetooth
okay, okay. We're just setting up the Bluetooth here.
ミニ
Okay, setting. Allow. All right, and next. Okay. App not installed. App got nine.
ねなき
Okay. Turn on Wi-Fi. Use couple. Okay. Yep. Okay. Hold tight, kids. Dicta? Okay. それで、
それでもこれここから入れられる
off, Google Map で、Okay, okay. Okay.
あここで入れちゃっていい
これ
ロケーション
Services required. Okay. Demo contacts. Okay. Done. All right. Search. Yeah. Okay. Woohoo! That's smooth. Arigato.
Thank you.
Domo. Thank you. All right, guys. We are off. We're all set. We're in the Mini Cooper, and we're about to get lost. So buckle up, and don't come crying to me if we're not back in one piece. And I just gotta adjust the side view mirrors. Wait. How do you? Oh, there we go. Okay, and just setting my mirrors, guys. Here we go. Let's go. Try not to kill this guy. Okay, okay. Okay, ありがとうございます。じゃあまた明日ね。よろしくお願いします。All aboard! Welcome, guys. Bit of a slow start, but we're on the road again. So if you're just joining us, we are in Nerimaku. This is one of the 23 kus of Tokyo. And actually right next to us, wow, there's a BYD dealer. BYD is the Chinese electric car manufacturer, BYD. Build your dreams. I'm not making that up. That's what the BYD stands for, and that's the plate on the back of their cars. You can see this one right here on the left, the silver one. Build your dreams. Their PR guys need to go back to the drawing board. So we're in Nerima, and we just left the Nerima BMW dealer. So I got a message from my guy Kuroda-san about a recall for my car. And there is a part in the exhaust or something that needed to be replaced. And I waited for quite a while to get that part. None of the dealers had it. There was a a parts deficiency. So we got it finally. And I brought my car in. And I was like, he actually used to work at the Ikebukuro BMW, which is way closer, way more convenient from my house. And he moved to this new dealer. And they were the only ones that had the part in. So I was like, it's a little bit far. You know, go drop the car off, then I got to get on a train and make my way back, and the next day go pick it up. He's like, oh, we'll give you a loaner. We have a 3 Series BMW. You happy with that? I was like, yeah, I'm really happy with that. And then he did the bait and switch on me. I ended up with a Mini Cooper. But it's my first time in a Mini Cooper, and it seems to be okay. It's comfortable, quiet. Give you a view of Nerimaku. So when I first moved to Japan, almost 25 years ago, we're 1 month away from my Japan anniversary, 25 years in Japan. Almost half of my entire life in Japan. And I first came here and I lived, it was a Bob's Big Boy over here on the right. I lived in Nerimaku, a neighborhood called Iogi. And I would take the train in from Iogi on the Seibu Shinjuku line to Shinjuku, and that's where I worked. And so I have fond memories of Nerimaku and my beginnings. There's a BYD. That blue car that went by is a BYD. Starting to see them around town. I hadn't until the other day. It was the first time I saw a BYD. Again, the Chinese electric, mostly SUVs. Not all, actually it's not mostly. A lot of them though are SUV, and they have a collaboration with another company that makes vans, but they're all electric. And they were making a really hard push at the Tokyo car shows recently, the Tokyo Auto Salon and also the Japan Mobility Show. Huge booth. Probably one of the biggest of the entire show was BYD. So they've dumped a lot of coin into, let's see if this thing's got some pickup and go. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's go. Yeah, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. Mini Cooper's got some pooper. Speaking of poopers, had to take Bistro, our puppy, to the vet yesterday. He's been having a bit of an issue with the runs. And I don't know if there's anything worse than a puppy with soupy poopy. Man, what a mess. Just like non-stop. Like, dude, what in the heck happened here? It's not what I signed up for. So, took him to the vet. Waited 2 hours at our local vet. Good people, but the guy's, he turns everything into like a talk show. And so we arrived, there's like 7 people before us, and I was just thinking, oh man, 7 people, that's gonna take forever. And it was. We were there for about 2 hours, and finally had our turn, and the guy's like, yeah, you know, he said, what have you been feeding him? I was like, well, just normal food, nothing out of the ordinary. He's like, well, you know, sometimes dogs will just like, when you're out on your walk, they'll just lick something and pick up some weird virus or whatever. So he gave us some medicine, and he's like, well, this might block him up a bit. And I was like, praise the Lord. That's not a bad thing. You know? After what we've been through the past 4 days, a little blocking up is okay in my book. So Beastie is resting comfortably at home. He's totally Genki. There was no issues with his stamina, running around and eating. He had an appetite. Just seemed to be liquefying his stools, which ain't cool. Welcome aboard, guys. If you enjoyed these live streams in Tokyo, whether it's on motorcycle or in a Mini Cooper, give us a thumbs up. Help spread the word to other people who are enjoying seeing Tokyo and Japan from a different perspective. I'm Peter Van Gam. I can't even say my name. Peter Van Gam sounded Thai there for a second. Peter Van Gam is my name. And this is my channel, my motovlog channel in Japan. I am just about finished editing my Blue Sky Heaven Harley Davidson show video from a couple weeks ago. I am taking my time and putting together a nice show for you guys, so please stay tuned for it. So I will be heading home and parking the car in our tower. They assured me that this size is fine to fit into my tower parking space, which they're very particular about, by the way. The owner of the parking thing, there's a really strict parameters to park your vehicle in one of these electronic auto park things. So hopefully that'll go off without a hitch. And it's a beautiful day in Tokyo today, as you can see. It's going to be really warm later. And we are in rainy season right now, which typically is mid to late June into the middle of July, where we have larger amounts of rain than usual. But so far, so good. We had a pretty heavy rain day a couple days ago, but it's looking good the next couple days. So I will take this back tomorrow. And tomorrow's a very busy vehicle day. My guy's coming to pick up Sexy AF to do the shakken, which is the biannual inspection. So I've already replaced the tailpipes, the original exhaust on the Bonneville. And the guy will pick it up tomorrow, take that in, get that done, and then I will take this car back. So not a lot of time to take advantage of having a different vehicle, but how are you good people doing? Everybody Genki, I hope. There's a new, I'll show you over here. It's a new chain called Choco Zap. You can see it right there. Choco Zap. So it's like it's a place where you can go and get a quick workout or a quick rest. They are all over the place, and they're started by a company called RiseApp, which RiseApp is a, I'm gonna try to get you back to a normal view here. There we go. RiseApp is a weight loss, I don't know, It's a weight loss company. They sell weight loss products, and they have, counselors. And huge here in Japan. It started not too long ago. But they have a before and after these TV commercials. They show somebody who's flabby, and then they show them super fit, and it really took off for them. And so they made like these power bars, and now this Choco Zap is their chain of little no frills health clubs. Choco Zap. Choco means like a little. Just a little. Choto. Choco. Choto means a little, and they just kind of have a play on it. Choco. Zap. Just a quick zap. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Spider-Man, Spider-Man. That's hilarious. Say bye to Spidey. So these dealers here, car dealers, are really nice. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Linda. That's very fine and dandy of you. Much appreciated. Arigato. Thank you so much. Yeah, I have to refill this Mini Cooper, so that comes in handy. Thank you so much. Thank you. These dealers, they really treat you well. And the whole thing about getting you to come in and is they want to find things that need to be repaired on your car. Fair enough. That's fair. I trust them. But they wine and dine you. There's a fridge full of nice beverages, and they really bend over backwards for you. But man, they really get you in some things, like the tires. So when some of you who have followed along, when I bought this car used, not this one, but my BMW, and it had some custom wheels on it, some raised racing wheels. And the wheels were a little bit wider than the wheel well. It stuck out a tiny bit. I mean, we're talking millimeters. And you cannot pass the inspection if your wheel protrudes beyond the wheel well, even a millimeter. So they're really, really particular. So they told me when I brought it in, it's like, well, if you want to do shotgun, you can't have these wheels on it. I'm like, well, great. So what am I going to do? So he's like, you got to find some original wheels and put them back on to pass the inspection. So I bought these used wheels, and they have tires on them, of course. The tires have some tread left, and so I out of curiosity, I was like, well, he's like, well, you still have some tread. You don't drive a lot, so you can probably go another year or so with these tires. It's like, well, how much are the tires if I get them? 280,000 yen for 4 freaking tires. It's like, dude, I'll make them on my 3D printer for way less than that. Actually, that'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it? 3D print your tires. Don't steal my idea. 280,000 yen. That's like, that feels, to me, it feels like $2,800. That's what it feels like. So I was like, yeah, no. There are alternatives to that. They've got a chain here called Yellow Hat, where you can get service done for your car for the not disposable, but parts that wearable parts, I guess. windshield wipers, tires, stuff like that. So, but yeah, the inspection, they check everything. So they check the wheel, does it stick out beyond the wheel well? And the explanation is, well, if the wheel sticks out beyond the wheel well, if the tire or the wheel, you could hit somebody. Somebody could be clipped by your car. I'm like, well, dude, they deserve to be clipped by my car if they're that close to the wheel. So, anyway, you got to play by the rules. But I am not going to spend 280,000 yen on tires. There's just no freaking way. If I had a Lambo or something, a hypercar, then I could understand spending that kind of money on tires. But, it's a BMW. It's an M series, but the cheap M series, no, ain't gonna happen. But I'm finding having a car is an expensive thing in Tokyo, in Japan. That luxury, it's certainly nice, but, parking. I think I told you guys about my parking nightmare. I went to a job, and it was raining, and it was an on-camera job that I had. It was a 6-hour job, and it was raining quite a bit this particular day. So I was like, you know what? That's one of the reasons why I bought that car, is for inclement weather and just make things a little more convenient so I don't have to put on rain boots and ride a crowded train. And so I just drove there and found a parking space, public parking, near the studio. And 6 hours later, I came back and I checked the sign, of course. I'm not just completely aloof. But I checked the sign. It says, it has like some text about, for a full day, your price will not exceed this amount. And it was like 3,000 yen, 3,200 yen. I was like, that's okay. So $30. Well, I go to pay, and my job's just like, this has got to be a mistake. It was 12,000 freaking yen. That feels like $120 to park my car for 6 hours. And it was an Inaka area. It was not even like Ginza. It was a neighborhood, kind of out, not in the sticks. I mean, it's in the suburbs, or not even the suburbs. It's like outside of Ginza, that area. But it was a Monzen Nakacho or something. Nothing really high end. $120 to freaking park. So they're really clever the way they write the text on the signs. So if you read the really small print, it's, maximum $30 or whatever for a full day between these hours. And it was like, it was just really misleading the way they had the font and the way it went across the sign. Just really, really shady trickery. I was pissed. So you have to kind of brace for stuff like that in Tokyo, especially, in other cities of Japan, it's nothing like that. But you got to be really careful about where you're parking and prepare for it. If you guys are just joining, we are in a loaner car, in a Mini Cooper. Just dropped off the Beamer at the dealer to get some recall part taken care of. And we're driving back from Nerimaku into town. And welcome aboard. If you enjoy these live streams, and if you haven't already, please give us a thumbs up. So as I mentioned, I am editing my my latest video, the Harley Davidson Blue Sky Heaven show, which is the biggest kind of pilgrimage for Harley owners here in Japan. Japan has the second biggest market for Harley in the world. America, of course, is number one. Japan's number two, which is really amazing to me. But you see Harleys all the time. Really, really popular brand here. So I'm editing that video, and I've come to the point where somebody's asking, do you like the Mini Cooper? Yeah, Ray. Hey, Ray. Yeah, so far I've just, we're just stopped right now, so I haven't really taken it into any curves or anything. But it seems to have some pick up and go. It's comfortable. It's quiet. But I want to have some editing help with my videos. And now that I'm kind of pushing more in that direction of doing my motovlogs, picking up the volume of the motovlogs that I'm doing. And it would just be nice to have some help. Besides the cameraman that I use, or camera guys that I use when I go out and shoot now, editing takes a lot of time. And yeah, I'm willing to pay somebody to help me with it. Somebody who's good, has some creativity, talented, and can put together a video at least as good as I can. And I can do a pretty good job. I edit very well. So I went online, and there's lots of services that have outsourcing, Freelancer and Upwork. And is this guy gonna let me in? He's got a Mini Cooper prejudice. So I contacted a few people that were like top tier video editors. And of the three, I wanted to give three people a chance. Just a couple hours to take a swing at one scene from this Harley show. Just to kind of feel out and see if they're a close match to what I would expect out of an editor. And two of them completely flaked out. They answered me. One of them answered with an AI reply. I understand. You're looking for someone who can make a creatively edited video. All understood. Please contact me, or please send me the files, something like that. And he immediately was like, oh, dude, if you can't reply to me, by yourself, he was from Turkey, then you're automatically disqualified. But I let it ride. And then he just flaked out, just didn't contact me again. And then another guy was really interested. Yeah, sounds good. I'll get started on it. Blah, 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 blah. Bye-bye. Just vaporized. People are so flaky. What has happened to civilization? People are so flaky. There's just no accountability anymore. If you don't see the person, you can get away with anything. And that just really irks me. Okay, that's our second soapbox of today. No, what is the third, maybe? So, anyhow, long story long, of the three, one guy from Ukraine did a great job. Anton, if you're watching, thank you. Much appreciated. And we will be working together again. So, yeah, it's just nice to have help, reliable help. And this is not only, people that are online. I've contacted cameramen here. They're just so flaky. I've never been like that. If anybody's contacting me about work, fans, asking, hey, can you sign something or whatever, I answer emails. I don't know. Am I special? Maybe I am. But you owe that, I think, to the person who's taking time to contact you they're contacting you, they're serious. And, you know, answer them. Don't be a flake. But I've had camera guys that, you know, are they really that busy? I know they aren't. But they're, you know, it's like, hey, I got this gig. You want to come help me shoot it? Yeah. Let's meet up for coffee, talk about it, whatever. And then just, you know, flatlined after that. It's like, all right, dude. I give people one chance. And that's it. If they flake, no more. Because there'll be somebody else. It might be a little bit mendokusai having to search for another person, but, you know, no way. I have too much to offer to be hunting and groveling for people. So, all right. Enough of my complaining, guys. But I appreciate you bending your ear for my sob stories today. We are, where are we now? We're in the northern part of Tokyo. We're just entering, I believe, Kitaku. We came from Nerimaku. Now we're getting into Kitaku. Into Kitaku. And we're heading in the direction of Nihonbashi. So if you stay on this road and keep going for 10 kilometers, 15 kilometers straight ahead, we will hit Nihonbashi. Maybe not even that far, 10 kilometers maybe. But life moves a little slower here, as you can see. Thank goodness she made it across. Oh, this one's gonna go for it. Good luck, girl. Do you guys prefer the wide angle view, like right now, or is that one better? Maybe that one's better. That's the full view of the windscreen. Get over here. This little lane. Nice. So the guy over at the BMW shop, Kuroda-san, he invited me to go on a bike ride. He rides a Ducati Motard. And over here, okay, good. So next month, we're gonna go on a little tour to Izu, just a day ride. And ride the Izu Skyline on a weekday when it's not crowded. Izu Skyline is a hugely popular, to be honest, boys and girls, I'm not sure that I know where I'm going. In fact, oh shoot. Yeah, we wanted to go left there. Caramba! Izu Skyline is a mecca for bikers. Lots of awesome twisties and wrecks. A lot of people crash there. And this guy's into, he likes the twisties and really putting his bike to its limit. Whereas I'm a little bit more of a chill rider. Where are we going? Nope, we don't want to go that way. Okay, we're at Sunshine City. I know exactly where we are now. We're going to turn left here. We're in Ikebukuro. This is Sunshine City. But yeah, we're going to do a day ride to the Izu Skyline and then go get some seafood and it should be a fun ride. So I'll, of course, take the Speed Triple, Agent Orange, out on that ride. Oh, Jason, are you with us? Last night, after taking Bistro to the vet, we stopped at a little restaurant in our neighborhood that I've been seeing, you know, we've been there for 12 years. And it always looked like it's buzzing, tiny little place, like maybe 10 or 12 people can fit in it. And it's an older Japanese husband and wife that make Chinese food. And it was so good. We were like, how could we not have come here before the past 12 years we've been here? So we had an awesome meal. We had chahan, which is fried rice, but it was really, and we had gyoza. He makes handmade gyoza. So the husband's the cook, and the wife is she waits on you, and super friendly, just really personable, goes around and just talks, you know, she's a neighbor. It's right in our neighborhood, just around the corner. So we had that. We both had a drink. I had Nama beer. So that's draft beer in a mug. It was so good, ice cold, nice head on the top. I had that. She had a umeshu, which is plum, kind of a plum wine. Sweet and yummy. She had pork, I forget what it's called, but it's like sweet and sour pork. Actually, yeah, it's called subuta. Su is vinegar in Japanese. Buta is pork, so subuta. So she had the vinegar pork. It's like sweet and sour pork, basically, but also tasted really fresh and like no MSG kind of gunk in there. We both had a soup. Soup came with it, and then the bill came, and we were like, oh wait. So are you sure that's the price? And she's like, yeah. It was 2,500 yen. And so then we're like checking through the menu. Really? Did she charge us enough? And she comes back, yeah, this is, you know, shows us the list on the receipt. 2,500 yen, including the alcohol. Super cheap. And when you find bargains like that and the food is that good, it's like, whoa, that's a gem. That's a hidden gem. So we'll be going back there. But those hidden gems are all over Tokyo, all over Japan. Just awesome food. As you know, those of you who have come here again and again and again, or are hoping to come here, you can't go wrong with the food. And with the cost of things everywhere else, when you come here, it's like, wow, it's just so cheap. Tokyo has like, you know, Vietnam, Bali prices now. Well, they've raised their prices to meet the Japanese prices. But yeah, really good deals here. All right, so we're gonna go left up here. There's Mr. Taxi. I may have a job in Osaka for Rolex next month. So if I go to Osaka, I will live stream us. Kick around the town a bit, I might stay a night. If I go there, I'll stay a night. But that's a fun town. That's Japan's kitchen. Like Japan's stomach, or what is it? The Osaka phrase. But they're pretty passionate about their food there in Osaka. The Osakans are a different breed. They're known for their being much more easygoing than Tokyo dwellers. We're in Ikebukuro. You can see this crazy mess above us here. Let's see if I can zoom out a bit. Look at that. Actually, this is not one of the craziest ones, but there's a few intersections of the expressway above us. This is how I have us mounted in the car, on the windshield, and then I use this holder here. You squeaky. But we're just about to our destination, which is my parking space. And I will be bidding you all a farewell. Thank you for joining us for this ride in the Mini Cooper. And as always, much appreciate your patronage and your support here on the channel. And bidding you a farewell from Tokyo. Thanks, guys. Take good care of yourselves, and we'll catch you on the next one. The next one will be back on two wheels, whether it's on our Bonneville or the Speed Triple. And actually, I'm going to be test riding a couple bikes coming up soon. That's in the cards. So when I do that, I may also live stream from those bike rides, which will be on a Harley and I think on a BMW. I want to test ride the 1800, the R18, 1800cc BMW. So yeah, thanks always. Give us a thumbs up if you're enjoying these live streams in Tokyo, and we'll catch you guys on the next one coming real soon. Ciao for now, guys. Have a great weekend coming up. See ya.